Prepare to be inspired, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Miss Michelle Bridges! Woo!
I'm on. Right. How are you? Oh, this group sounds pretty lively. On your feet, quick, get up. Oh, come on, don't be too cool for school, boring, yawn, whatever, shut up, just do what I'm telling you to. I'm the personal trainer, and you guys have been out there partaking, I'm sure, so we got to burn a few calories. Take your feet about shoulder width apart, let's go. 10 squats, ready, set, go. 1, 2, oh, shut up, come on, 3, 4, do it. 5, 6, 7, 8, very nice, 9, good work. 9, 9, personal trainer trick, sorry, 10, very nice, well done, sit down. There you go, you've burnt off one tiny little morsel of chocolate that you had out there, about 3 calories, very nice. Well, welcome and thank you for having me. I want to put out there straight away that I am not a cook and I am not a chef. And when I was asked to come here to present at the Good Food and Wine Festival, I was like, really? What do you want me to cook? But I do obviously have a lot of cookbooks out, and there's always a nutrition section within any of my books that I do, which is obviously a big part of what I do. If you're training well and exercising well, then you need to eat well as well. You've got to back up your exercise with really good nutrition. So I've got 3 meals. One is a breakfast, which could be a lunch as well. One is a lunch, which could be a dinner as well. And one is a dinner, which could also work as a lunch. If any of that made sense, just nod your head. It all works. So we've got some toast. This is a serving for 2 people, so it'll be 2 slices per person. And we're cutting up a mixture of mushrooms. Oh, you're getting straight into it. I feel like I should be doing something.
Can I tell you something yesterday, Michelle Bridges?
You keep going.
We were here yesterday together, and you very kindly had me as the B word. And we were talking about, and I said to you, sometimes, look, I just don't have time for breakfast. Who would be with me there doesn't have time for breakfast? And I think I asked you, is it really the worst thing in the world?
Well, look, you know, breakfast sets you up for the day. You've heard it all before. Breakfast, the meal of champions is breakfast, yada, yada, yada. But probably one of the most important factors that I've found with the people that I work with is that there's a common theme with people who struggle with their weight. They don't eat breakfast. It's a really common theme. We're going to put some heat on. Thank you. A little bit of oil. Now, I usually measure that out, but I know that was about a teaspoon. So I'm cautious and careful with my oil. No, it's fine. Okay. You chefs, you love your oil. I'll usually sometimes use a spray, or I'll measure it out. And measuring out, I find, is really important because it just keeps you in check of where you're at. So going back to breakfast. So I'll have clients that usually say to me, do you want to do that? Because I like to do my little storytelling bit here. Michelle, I just don't like breakfast. It makes me feel like, So then they go in through the course of the day. Maybe they have a coffee, maybe a biscuit, maybe not. Busy. Have lunch, maybe half a sandwich, or one of my favourite lunchtime orders. I'll have the hot chips and the Diet Coke. But maybe not. Still busy. Afternoon, maybe have a coffee. I'm busy. I don't have time to eat. Then they get home, and it's hand-to-mouth disease. I'm starving! And so they look at the conveyor belt with the toast. It's in, it's out, it's in, it's out, it's in. Then let me introduce you to flavours that make no sense. I'll have the yogurt, I'll have the tuna, I'll have some blueberries, I'll have anything I can get my hands on. Anything. And then they'll start cooking dinner, and they'll eat dinner while they're cooking dinner. And then, the kids didn't finish their dinner, so hey, you can't waste food, so I'll finish the kids' dinner as well. And then we'll sit down in front of the TV and go, right, so who's up for some ice cream? Let's go. And I've had clients that have even gone into, waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and having a bowl of cereal. And then, Michelle, I just don't do breakfast. It kind of just makes me feel a bit... It's like, dude, how could you do breakfast? You were on a 6-hour bender last night from the time you walked in from home. Why would you want to eat breakfast after that? So what happens is you end up overeating. So my point is breakfast, it breaks the fast. It sets you up for the day. It gets you thinking clearly. If you've got a little bit of protein, a little bit of low GI carbohydrates, as we have in this meal. And it stops you from overeating throughout the day. We play these games. Was that salt?
Just a pinch.
Cooking with chefs, I tell you. It sets you up for the day. And we play these little games with ourselves of like, oh, but I didn't eat breakfast, so therefore I can, you know? So, long story short, eat breakfast. We've got the toast toasted, garlic, parsley, mushrooms. It's a marriage made in heaven, these flavours. Beautiful. Love it. Oh, hang on. Before we do that, we're going to put a little bit of cottage cheese, low-fat cottage cheese. All right, so we've got some low-fat cottage cheese on the toast. Put that on. And I would probably even put a little bit of squeeze of lemon juice on that. That would be delicious.
Beautiful.
Also, just wilting down some spinach because
No,
it's fine. We'll just use water. I just wilt it down. You can do this in the microwave if we don't have one on set, so we just put a little bit of water in a frying pan and just wilt it down that way. Spinach is the rock star superfood. These recipes are coming out of my new book, which will come out next year, and it's all based on superfoods. I haven't got a title yet, but it's basically just on my version of superfoods. It's got so many amazing properties about it, cancer-fighting properties, cholesterol-lowering properties. Like, it's just the absolute bomb. Green, green, green. I did it again. I forgot to put my sumac in. I could just sprinkle it on top. I forgot it yesterday. Sumac, it's a Mediterranean herb made out of a berry, and I just often put it into the mushrooms, or you can just sprinkle it on top, and that just gives it a nice little bit of extra flavour as well. Do you want to put that on so we can see?
Look at that.
Yum! Breakfast is served.